This has to look good.
Awful base for makeup. Red flag.
Whoa, that blended out. This was the worst.
Do you guys see how much pigment that picked up?
Pretty good deal. New fear unlocked for myself.
Have you guys ever wondered what the worst rated makeup at Sephora is? Well, today I got a full face of all those types of makeup. It was not cheap, but there is some really interesting stuff that I was really surprised was the worst rated makeup. I'm a little bit nervous because I am going to like a little tea party thing after this. So I'm like,
this has to look good.
So I took a quick trip to Sephora and I looked up what the worst rated makeup was and I picked it up. Some of the stuff was not in stock, so then I got the second worst rated makeup, if that makes any sense. Oh, I'm so nervous now. I'm gonna see how many stars it got too, because I think that's so interesting. Okay, first up, primer. The worst rated is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, specifically in the blurring shade. I got the mini of some of this stuff because I was like, I'm not gonna spend bank on something that is the worst rated. This has 2.5 stars out of 5. I think we should read some of the comments to see what people say. Exact opposite of blurring, was an awful base for makeup, did not blend well at all. Didn't care for this, so I returned it. It feels a lot like the Bare Minerals like poreless one. That's like the texture, it's like soft.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of what it did too. I don't know.
I don't know if I fully believe in primer. There are very few primers that actually work for me. Okay, interesting. I mean, we'll see how it looks at the very end. I'm gonna go to concealer next. The worst rated is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I'm very happy that it became in a mini, but I think this was like $15 for something this size, which I felt like was not the vibe, but hopefully I got the right shade. They did not have a lot of shades. I think they had like 7. Red flag, personally. Okay, wait, that actually looks like a really good skin match. What do you guys think?
I did not sleep well, so I'm definitely gonna need some under here.
All of the comments on the reviews are, it's way too small. I paid $15 for it to be way too small. I mean, I guess it's not a bad product then. I don't know. Let's try this out.
Whoa, that blended out like a dream. Do you guys see that?
I mean, it's definitely coveragey, but like it's blending really well into my skin.
I feel like that's like a perfect shade match.
I'm breaking out right now, so definitely need something like this. Okay. Wow, I actually really like this. And I mean, although it is really small, nobody uses that much concealer. I think I've finished a concealer like maybe 2 or 3 times, but it like, by the time you're done with it, it's like, I want to try out something new. So I feel like that's not that much of a red flag. Somebody just put size of my thumb, 1 star. Honestly, very valid for that. Love that for you. I love like looking at funny reviews sometimes and like, that blended out incredible. It kind of reminds me a lot of the Hourglass one, which that's my favorite. Okay, for skin tint, it's the Soleil Torgeros Daily Face Glow for skin tint. I showed one of the Sephora workers like the online picture. Guys, this thing, it's pretty big, but this was $55 with 0 less than a star review, which I think that this might just be like a really new product and that's why it's like that, but it looks fancy. That took a minute to get it out. I was gonna look for a foundation, but I just don't really use a foundation. Skin tint it is. It smells like a nice hotel. That's like the scent, or like a eucalyptus scent, and like a spa too. It's blending out very nicely. Is this worth $55? Probably not. I mean, a skin tint is not really worth that much. I use like the Say one a lot. That was like $30, $40, but $58, that's crazy. That definitely left me with a really nice glow. Really happy with that right now. And it blended out really nice in a brush. This is how my skin's looking right now. I don't know. Okay, this was really weird when I saw this on the reviews. Makeup by Mario Contour Stick was the worst rated contour and bronzer. With 3 stars, so that's not bad. I didn't have to buy it because I already had it. And I mean, like, I don't see myself reaching for this a ton, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just because I'm not a big stick person. I'm very much like a liquid bronzer contour type girl. Yeah. I mean, like, I never really had any complaints. Like, it blends out incredibly. It's pigmented, but not too pigmented. You know, some bronzers are too pigmented, especially like powder ones. Like, I don't know how to make it look like I do not have literally like dirt on my face. I don't know if I'm blending it in wrong, just like too blotchy, but this one's really good. No complaints here. Like, that's great. I mean, 3 stars isn't bad, but like I was really surprised that this was the worst. Okay, now moving on to blush. You guys know that I am not a powder blush girly, never been a powder blush girly, but the worst rated blush was the Benefit Cosmetics Chocolicious blush palette. And I've never really been a huge Benefit fan. Like, I've used some of their stuff, and it was just kind of like nothing really like that memorable. I used it a lot when I was younger because I like the packaging. The packaging is incredible. Like, nobody can really complain about that. Let's see their blushes. Okay. Ooh, this is actually a blush and bronzer palette. They have their Hoola bronzer, which I've surprisingly never tried, and then these two shades of blush. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's the cherry shade. Whoa. Do you guys see how much pigment that picked up? Okay. Okay. The pigment is there. It's a little bit blotchy, not gonna lie. I feel like you can really make it work with any blush. I don't really know why this one has 0 stars. I think that some of these are new, and I think that this is a newer product, and I do know that. I put too much. But like when they're newer products, they barely have any ratings or no ratings at all. So that looks good. I mean, it's obviously like, I'm not gonna lie, I would not reach for this again just because I do not like the powder blushes, but I feel like that was a pretty good deal. $32 for a bronzer and 2 blushes, like not too bad. Eyebrow gel time. Why on earth is the Patrick Ta eyebrow gel 2.5 stars? Like, I love Patrick Ta. I've never used one of their products that I did not like, and I thought that I've heard really good things about this, so that's the very interesting part. And it's like that applicator, that is nice. The number one thing that I don't like about clear eyebrow gel, because I always use clear, is if it flakes, you know, and like it gets all flaky and it looks like you literally have dandruff on your eyebrows. Like sometimes the Refy one does that to me, but it's like finding one that doesn't do that, which like you can't really tell at the beginning. It smells like green tub of gel that people use for slick backs. That's what it smells like, but I mean, no complaints. I actually really like that smell. Okay, this is not the worst rated, but I really wanted to try out a new eyelash curler. It's like, I feel like so many people have used this. Is anybody else's biggest fear pulling out your eyelashes with an eyelash curler, or is that just me? Ooh, that actually worked really quick. I knew one of my friends, she was curling her eyelashes and she sneezed, achoo, and she like pulled out her whole entire eyelashes. And then I was like, okay, I'm sorry, but new fear unlocked for myself. But I mean, do eyelashes grow back fast? I actually don't know that. I feel like they wouldn't. I don't know. Could just be me. Okay, it worked pretty good, so. Okay, the worst rated mascara was the Lawless one. I got the mini one because I have way too many mascaras, but this is 2.5 stars. Okay, whoa. It looks like a cactus. That applicator is kind of scary, but okay. I like how separating it is. That is one of my number one. It's like clumpy where it gets all your eyelashes like together. Salon. Has anybody else been listening to Femininomenon by Chapel Roan 24/7, or is that just me? It's fine if it's just me. It's been like my hype song. Like, you know, like you get so addicted to a song that that's all you listen to for like months. It's more like a week for me. Okay, I love that mascara. Are you guys seeing it's lengthening, separating? Like, I would pick this up again. And the mini was only $15, which that's actually kind of a lot, but I feel like mascaras, like, they don't run out. Lastly, the worst rated setting spray is the Refy setting spray, but then I actually like looked at it and I was like, okay, this just came out, so maybe I should have done a little bit more research when it came to that. YOLO, it's fine. I mean, first impressions, I guess. I love Refy because I like their primer, so I'm like, I have high hopes for this. A big thing when it comes to setting spray is the mist. Like, ooh, that's a nice fine mist. Definitely a lighter spray. Like, I like to put like a lot, but I like that it doesn't have a scent and it's not making my face feel like tight and sticky. I mean, pretty good. We're gonna see how it holds up the test of time, but I forgot to look for a lip product. I'm just gonna put on my YSL. I know that this isn't the worst rated. I don't even care. Wow, okay. So I was expecting this makeup to not turn out as good, but it actually turned out like really good. This is the makeup. I think it looks really great, very glowy. Let's go through and speed round rating all these things if I would use them again or not again. Primer, probably would not use again. I didn't really like how it felt. Too Faced Born This Way concealer, would definitely use again. I love how it felt and made my skin feel. However you pronounce this skin tint, I would use again. I really like how it made my skin like glowy, but also blurring. I do not know why this was rated so horribly. Makeup by Mario bronzing stick, I've used this quite a few times before. I like it, I would use it again. Blush, it turned out great. I just don't see myself using the powder part of it because I'm not a powder blush girl, but it was good. Eyebrow gel, the Patrick Ta one, I really liked it. I mean, I like how it looks right now. If it does flake throughout the day, I will try not to use it again, but I mean, I got the full size and I really like the applicator and how it smells and everything, so I mean, all good things right now. Mascara, the Lawless one, I do really like this. I like how it made my eyelashes look. I feel like I have so many mascaras that I would not reach for this again, but it was an amazing product and I do recommend. Setting spray, I mean, I feel like I go through setting sprays like no other. I'm almost out of my Charlotte Tilbury one, so I might switch over to this one, see how it does. It's really hard to find good setting sprays because it's like, is this just water? You never really know. Anyway, I really like all this and I'm really surprised about how this turned out, so I'm not gonna look hideous going to my little tea party. Anyway, I need to finish getting ready, but thank you guys so much for trying out the worst rated makeup from Sephora. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below some videos you guys want to see. Bye.